Hello everybody, I'm Sanji. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much. I appreciate your checking me out. And if you have been here before and you know the drill, I want to take this time to personally thank each and every one of you. I appreciate your time. I know that you could spend it anywhere in the world. And the fact that you choose to spend some with me definitely does my heart good. So, without further ado, we're going to get into the next video. So for those of you that are new around here, all I ask, a couple of things. Check the video out. Make notes as you need to, because we're all here to just learn about each other. And then at the end of the video, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe, share, like, but most importantly, leave a comment. That's right. I want to hear your thoughts because, as I said, we're all here to learn and share. I give you my viewpoints on the subject matter, but of course, this is you, this is your life, and your experiences matter also. So we're here to learn from each other. Okay? So you got it? Just remember in those comment sections, please be kind to each other, respect each other's points of view, even if it's different than yours. Okay? Alrighty, so let's get into it. This video is about how to argue with your mate based on the sun sign. Now, it doesn't have to just be about a mate. It can be how you can have a heated discussion with a friend or family member. But this is really the goal of the video, is to help you effectively communicate with that other person, okay? Now, every sun sign has a different strategy for how they go about dealing with confrontation and conflict, okay? Now, some sun signs, that was a tongue twister, will avoid it altogether. They will avoid confrontation like the plague. They don't like it, they don't want it, and they're out of here. But there are other sun signs that they welcome it. They also might invite it in because they just like the energy and the exchange. So the point of this video is to help you navigate if you are one of those people that you avoid it like the plague, but your mate happens to enjoy mixing it up a little bit, okay? The problem here is that when those instances happen in our relationships with other people, it can also be the detriment of the relationship. I mean, if you have a partner that they just enjoy the drama of heated exchanges, that can be a little exhausting, even if you think the world of that person. Well, with a little astrological understanding and some conflict strategy resolutions, you can get your point across to your mate in the most effective way. And in some instances, not only will your partner hear what you're saying, I'll teach you how to win the argument. Now, clear communication is essential and the bedrock of any strong relationship, friendship, okay? Without communication, you're not going to go very far because chemistry is only going to go so far. But even in chemistry, there has to be effective communication, okay? And people actually associate the way you communicate with the type of person that they think that you are. For example, if your approach to conflict is to immediately fly off the handle because you don't think that you're being heard, well, those around you will label you a hothead. Is that true? Maybe, maybe not. But wouldn't it be better for people to understand where you're coming from so that they can hear your point of view as opposed to repelling the moment that they think that you're in disagreement? Because nothing goes anywhere. We have people that perhaps are quite strong in their delivery of their opinion. Doesn't mean that they're angry or that they're bullying you. They just may have a strong way that they deliver it. Well, if you're one of those people, you too can check out the video to perhaps soften your delivery so that people can receive what you're trying to say, okay? And did you know that by delving into your astrological sign or the astrological sign of the other person, perhaps your boss, you can definitely figure out a more effective way to communicate and be heard, okay? So now keep in mind, your sun sign is not the only determinant of how you handle conflict and conflict resolution, okay? You would have to look at the person's entire birth chart to get them figured out pretty much to a science. However, it can help, okay? You also want to take a look at a person's Mars sign. So you want to look at your Mars sign and the Mars sign of your partner or the person that you're trying to better communicate with, and that will give you an idea really on how to get through to the problem if this is an issue that is really concerning you, because a person's Mars sign rules their assertive and driving force behind their actions and their feelings. Your Mars sign is your verb, so that's what's your call of action. But we can take a look at the sun sign, and the sun sign will give us some clues on how to navigate conflict with that person, okay? All the 12 zodiac signs have their own specific way of communicating with other people, in particular, their partners, okay? So sit back, let's get ready. Let's take a look at how the sun sign for each person can be better understood and how you can take the knowledge of how they communicate and be heard more effectively. And if you play your cards right, win the discussion. Okay? So get your pens and paper ready. Let's get into it. Let's talk about how your sun sign has an argument. And if you're involved with that person, how you can score a win. Stay tuned right after this. Libra, how to argue with a Libra. Well, there are worse things. The way to approach an argument with a Libra is as follows. They are the sign of justice and fairness. So keeping that in mind, that is how you are going to approach a disagreeable subject with them. Know that Libras are typically for the underdog, so they're going to take the underdog point of view. Don't let that throw you because they may not be the underdog. Okay, that is very typical for a Libra person. Their stance is to champion the one that is being treated unfairly. And it doesn't necessarily have to be them. They will throw that monkey wrench in a discussion. So be prepared when you come to the table that the Libra is just not talking about what's happening between the two of you, but they're also concerned about all parties involved. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, the battle for true fairness for a Libra often makes it difficult for them to make up their minds and settle on a concrete decision because, as I said, they typically are factoring in all parts of the puzzle, not just what's happening between the two of you. Now, in some ways, this makes conflict pleasant for them because it's nice to know that you're dealing with someone who actually gives a darn about the entirety of the situation, especially if this is a work-related dispute, okay? And they really aren't the type to care about who has the last word as long as it's the right word, unless it's a Libra Scorpio, in which case we're not talking about them. They're a whole nother situation. We're talking about purebred Libras over here, okay? If you're dealing with a Libra Scorpio, you might want to watch the temperament of a Scorpio more so than listening to a Libra. Although a Libra Scorpio will take this into consideration. It's just that their bite as far as the resolution and taking it to you for a fight is a lot quicker. Now, a lot of people also are under the misnomer that a Libra does not want to fight you. Well, that's not true. A Libra will knock and buck with you. Yes, they will. Are they our diplomats of the zodiac? Absolutely. But if you push them, and if you want to take it there with the Libra, yeah, they're going to go there. They're going to take it there, and they're going to stay there, and they're going to fight, and they're going to fight for justice in the American way. They're going to take the licking, or they're going to give one, and it's whatever with them. Okay, that's just how it is. Okay, so there you have it. Just had to put that out there. We're not talking about those Libra Scorpios, those cuspers. Talking about some purebred Libras in this conversation. Now, Libras across the board crave confirmation, affirmation. They like that. So taking charge while reminding them of their importance may win you a lot of arguments with them. Same thing as the other zodiac sign. Everybody likes an affirmation of this isn't a personal attack against you. Of course, you're wonderful. You're fantastic. Yes, yes, yes. More. That's it. That's what the Libra's going to do. What else? What else? What else? So if you can pile that on in the midst of the disagreement that you're having, you're going to score a lot of points with your Libra. Just don't try to manipulate them, okay? Because they're gonna peep that out. Listen, Libras are logical. They're an air sign, okay? So they're thinking. So although they like the way that you are making them feel, because they feel appreciated and they feel like they like all of the affirmations that you are piling on them, all the praise, they are very much aware and they're thinking and they hear you. So don't try them, because even if the Libra doesn't make it immediately known to you that they peeped what you're trying to do and you're trying to get over on them and you're trying to one-up them or best them, especially if you hide it under the guise of, oh yeah, I'm doing what's really good for you. Listen, Libras are air signs. Air signs are petty. Write it down. Air signs are petty. So an air sign will not let you know that they are PO'd, pissed offation. But it is in there, and that Libra will smile at you, and they will yes you, and you will think, because that loving, kind Libra is so nice, they got over it, and you got on, and you got one over on them, you will look up, and that Libra will leave you in the dust, hunty. They don't care. A Libra usually has about 3 other people lined up waiting for him anyway. So, especially if they're female. Those men too, don't sleep on them. So, don't try it, okay? They're looking for you to be fair. They don't mind you taking the lead. They don't mind you making a suggestion on how to fix it, but don't try it. Don't try them, okay? Listen to me. Don't do it. Gonna be ugly. All right. So now, Libra doesn't argue, they negotiate. They would prefer it to be a logical conversation that makes sense. Okay? They want it to make some sense. As I said to you, they're air signs, thinkers. So they would like to think that what you're saying is making sense to them. If it does not make sense to them, they're going to call you out on it, and they really don't want you to try to make it make sense to them by throwing a whole bunch of feelings in there, because although the the Libra is the most genteel in a lot of ways of all three of the air sign. They can still let you have it, and they will. All right? All right. Now, if you can show your Libra that your position that you're coming from, your point of view, is more fair overall and for the betterment of the entirety of whatever is happening there, and it's going to correct the situation and even prevent it from happening again, they're likely to bend. They're likely to go with you. They don't want to fight. They want to get back to their social life. Look, Libra has things to do today. If you can go ahead and fix this and stop bothering me about this, yes, that is the mindset of Libra, then go ahead. Thank you for making me aware of the changes. Gotta go. Oh, I look cute today. I know, I just made Libra so shallow and superficial, but y'all know that's a daily concern. Alrighty, so if you can do that and you can figure this thing out and you can make it fair across the board, you know, and you just want to send Libra a little memo and let them know that this is all handled and taken care of, lovely, lovely peaches. Just know if it's not fair to them, they're going to call you back like, we need to readdress this thing. And they're going to want it addressed and they're going to want to fix it. Okay, so, if there is a way that you can both get something that you want out of the deal, Libra is more than happy to settle. That is what they're looking for. Don't get it twisted, however. Do not go into this thing believing that Libras, are the heroes of the zodiac, and they are so unconcerned about what happens to them. That's a bunch of malarkey too. Libra wants to win at all costs. Like I said, they're air sign, they're petty. They believe that they are just as smart and just as logical as the rest of the air signs that always want to be right. Libra is no different. Okay, so even though they're coming to you trying to say to you what is in the best interest of all of us, Libra want to know what's in the best interest of me. How do I win? To me. So, you know, keep that in mind when you take the reins, because they said it's okay, figure it out. Don't come back to Libra where they have nothing and you have everything, or everybody else got and Libra didn't get, because baby, you're gonna have a problem. Yeah. All right. Don't ask them to make a decision right away. However, if you give it to them and you say, okay, you have a problem with the decision I made, you do it. They're not going to buck away or shy away. Don't act like Libras is running around here, can't make decisions for themselves. There's Libras running companies out here, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, don't think of that. But what they do is they make deliberate decisions. They think about it. They weigh their options. But when push comes to shove, a Libra is going to make a decision. And 9 times out of 10, the decision that Libra makes is a pretty good one. Okay? So there you go, Libra. Clean that one up for you. Thank me later in the comments. All righty. Now, instead, what you want to do is give a Libra the options that you're weighing if you would like for them to do it. Don't need a right here, right now decision, because if you ask them for a knee-jerk decision, yeah, they're going to give you one. You're probably not going to like the decision they make. They're probably not going to like the decision they make, but the decision will be made. Okay? And then that's that. And then they're not going to want to hear anything about how you're upset about the decision they made, because they're going to turn back to you and say, well, you shouldn't have asked me to make a decision on the fly. You know I needed time to think about it, but since you didn't want to give me the time, you want to be inconsiderate, right back at you, partner. Yeah, that's a Libra for you. All right? But in most things, they want to be fair and even across the board. They're the pleasant ones. They're lovely people. So overall, yes, it's true. The Libras are our kinder, gentler ones of the air signs. Now, they don't respond well to aggressiveness, so keep it calm. If you want to get anywhere with them, like I said, rewind the tape. Don't get it confused. A lot of people seem to believe that Libra is going to go somewhere and cower and they won't fight you. Not true. Oh, no. They'll be right there ready to mix it up with you. And, you know, may the best man or woman win. We can do this thing. Would they prefer to handle it another way? Sure. But if that's what you want, hey, baby, Libra gonna give it to you. So, don't walk around, folks out here thinking, oh, you find out that they're sun sign Libra and you just gonna get your car out and you just gonna run all over them. Not gonna happen. Don't do it. Listen to me. I give you good advice. Don't do it. Alrighty, so how do you win an argument with a Libra? Well, if the Libra is pretty dead set on what they want, they're going to go for what they want. As I said to you, you know, don't believe this whole thing that the Libra's coming to everything like the Cape Crusader and they're coming in for the justice of everybody, you know, and their position be damned. No. No, they have an agenda, they have a position, and they want to win too, and that's how they approach fights. It's like a lawyer. Okay, they're very logical. As I said to you, they're the gentler, but don't think you're going to get over on a Libra by talking about your feelings. All right, they're an air sign. They're going to say your feelings. Let's get on with what makes sense. So, in order to win an argument against a Libra, you have to compile your evidence, know your facts. Make a case for yourself. As I said, underneath it all, Libra has a case for themselves and for them getting the position that they want. If you want something that's contrary to what they are seeking, then you've got to make a very strong case for it. Have a witness if necessary. Google it. Phone calls. Libras value what their friends have to say. So if you have friends that are buying into your side of things, add them to the mix, call them in, because those things do count in a Libra's way of thinking, okay? Libra is the sign of justice and represented by the scales. So if you can tip the scales in your favor, my friend, you win. They are the lawyers of our zodiac. And just like lawyers, they won't get involved in an argument that they can't win. So if they decided to argue with you, which they would prefer not to, there's a pretty good chance that Libra is stacking some facts. So be ready. And when they argue, they play to win. All right? They're not playing with you. So as I said, when you take it to a Libra, be ready for the fight, and they're going to fight you to the very end. They're not tapping out. Okay? So I had to let you know that a lot of people out here getting bumped on their butts because you think you come up against a Libra and it's going to be all easy peasy. No, not at all. Alrighty, so it's up to you to prove your Libra wrong, but they are level-headed, logical people. So if you can prove to them how your position is a better stance, they will consider that. Chances are they're going to go with it. You're going to hammer them with facts, pictures, text, witnesses, Google, phone logs, whatever you got. Scroll up, scroll down, video, roll tape. Do all of it to show your Libra your point of view. You prove your side, you win the argument. It's just that simple. Okay? But, and here's that warning. Don't you ever let them believe that you are trying to get one over on them, that you are trying to trick them, that you are trying to manipulate them, that you are trying to play them. Do not do that to Libra. They are air signs. They are petty. Okay? They are not going to let you get that off. They are going to get you back. Yes. Air signs are tit for tats. So Libra is no different. And one day they're going to make you pay to play. Okay? You play with a Libra, you gonna pay for having to play with that Libra. Okay? They're gonna show you how the game goes, and then they're gonna leave you. One day. It could be 3 years from now. If you play with a Libra and a Libra thinks that you are out selfishly to just further your agenda and you're not concerned with doing what's right for everybody, and in particular, what's right for them, you hear the saying in the hourglass? Because, baby, your time is almost up. All right? So that's it. That is how you win an argument with a Libra. Be fair, be strong, make sense, okay? Have your facts in order. Flatter them, let them know that it's not personal. Typically, air signs don't take it personally. They're typically too busy moving too fast to have cared. Yeah, I know. We'll talk about that in another video. In the meantime, if you're a Libra or you're dating a Libra, did I leave out some things about Libra that I should have added? Well, of course, I invite you to put it in the comments section below. I look forward to seeing what you have to say. If you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about it. We're all around here just learning how to get along better. That's all we're doing. I appreciate your time. I'm Sanji. Until next time, thanks so much for sticking around with me.